Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Talk of Champions. How y'all doing? It's your man Stan Michael coming at you, aka your boy Sexy Decoy.
I'm gonna say, where are you going? Who are you?
What? I'm right here.
And Stan Michael. Brand new. Go ahead.
It's the whole time. That's what I say every week. You're not paying
Now you
attention.
say it's your boy, Sexy Decoy.
Yeah, I say it after I say them both. But who are you? She is the lovely, the beautiful, the talented, the amazing, the dynamic, the iconic. Hennessy Harts is in the building.
What's got the Hennessy? I haven't drunk Hennessy in forever. I
Yeah. What's good? What's good? What's good?
Hi
Hey,
Deborah.
guys. How you doing?
So
Yes. We
tell
are
them where
gathered
we
here
met.
today. Gathered here today. I'm gonna let Shantice take over from here. Come
No,
because this is
you
her.
tell them where we live and then I'll pick
No,
that up.
no, I'm saying no. I am. I'm bringing you into it because this is her brainchild. This is her time period. This is this is her
Yes.
this is her baby. There it is. There it is. For bro, you see the shirt?
Wanna
You big sexy in the
I
building. Something Dre and the Jobbeteers in a Europe sports show. You know what I'm saying? We all here. Oh my God. So yeah, Fall Brawl 2000, 20 years, 20 years, 20 years, 20 years. Hearts, hot tag.
So Thursday is the 20th anniversary of Four Bros 2000. Four Bros 2000 is one of my favorite, like my big three of 2000. New Blood Rising, Halloween Havoc, well, big five because it's New Blood Rising, Halloween Havoc, Fall Brawl, of course Bash at the Beach, and of course Great American Bash. These are my core of 2000. These are the ones that like gets me. And you can swap out Great American Bash with Mayhem because Mayhem is where we crown Scotty. More on that hopefully later.
I watched Mayhem this weekend too.
Can't watch it.
I did.
He ain't watched not one little bit. So you
You never watched
should.
anything like the 90s? You
You
mean
should.
I'm assuming you meant WCW. Yeah, I feel.
You should. There's no reason not to be honest. 99 gets bad, but 2000 kind of comes back around, you know?
Yeah.
Here we go. Already starting.
What? I didn't say nothing.
Already starting. You
I
should.
said nothing.
You should.
WCW. Yeah, you mean WCW. Yeah,
It's
I'm
just
in your boat, bro. Like I'm of the I guess the minority, quote unquote.
minority.
Yeah, right, quote unquote. I'm of the sector of folks that I kind of tapped out on WCW after 1999. Oh yeah, we love Raph. Raph was dope. We are
I
live.
said that.
Sunset. Let's go with you. Let's go with you. That's big Raph, and Raph was dope. Yep. Stone was in. Hey, it's good, bro. But yeah.
So go ahead, tell your stance on this because you was talking about it. You was telling your stance.
I wasn't. I was letting you talk about it.
Yo,
I was but yeah, those are your core. Like I don't know, like this one. For me, it was a. I felt like I was watching the last WCW pay per view we did again. Like it felt
really?
like yeah, it all felt like kind of like the same vibe, the
Mm-mm.
same temperature. I don't know.
This one
It
is
was
like
no,
more tightened up than New Blood Rising.
maybe I guess, but it was it just had that same kind of vibe to the show. Like everything looked the same, like felt the
Well,
same.
at this point, everything looked the same.
Yeah,
Like everything looked the same at this point.
Adam Bomb. Well, yeah, and that's
As you see when we turned
personally.
on. Go ahead.
Yeah, but
I was gonna say, as you see when we turned on Mayhem, it looked just like this.
yeah. Like honestly, I felt like if you've seen one, seen them all.
It's more,
Yeah.
more to it than that.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to start. I want to just jump in with the hi.
Hey.
Um, let's start with the opening package, which was kind of really weird how they kind of set that up. It was between the clips from the past Nitros and Thunders, and it was also action figures.
Mm-hmm.
And it was creative a little bit, but didn't age well.
I had a Goldberg one.
You had the Goldberg one?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure my brother had that Booker.
Mm-hmm.
And it
Like they were good for their action figures. I'll give them that.
yeah. Especially at that time, action figures was trash at that time. Especially WWF.
Mm-hmm.
Like you had the steroids Billy Gunn one.
Mm-hmm.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And you had the sweat ones. We'll talk about action figures another time. But
Nah.
yeah. I also watched the 5-week build up to this show. Nitros and Thunders. And
Fill us in.
It's like the first couple of weeks was built for the show, and like the last little bit of the weeks was built for the show. Hi, Raul.
What up, Raul? September 15th. Ooh, yeah.
96
Yeah.
was
If it was up to me, that's what we would have been doing this week, but I had to bow down.
Here's the thing. We're in 20th anniversary to all my favorite shows. So like I want to do them all because 20 years. 20 years. And I watched these live.
I feel it. It's cool. It's cool.
So we could jump. Thank you, Matthew.
Love me some Mr. Sebastian.
I love the mix. I love MIA too. When we get to MIA, I'll start talking like how I felt about MIA today.
Yeah.
Oh, look, 2 weeks in a row. Someone's trying to be a top fan, I see. So, the first match was Primetime Elix Skipper versus the Kiwi. And he was accompanied by Major Guns, not by her will, Primetime was. And Kiwi was accompanied by Paisley. So now, this is where I jump back to how did we get here.
More on that later.
I mean, we kind of did watch it. Did
the Best of 7 series? Not really. I mean, we did. We didn't pay attention because of the end of the yeah.
So, Primetime is a part of Team Canada. The night after New Blood Rising, Lance Storm came out with all the belts, and he was like, "Hey, it's time to share the wealth." He brought out Carl Ouellet, which was Jean-Pierre Lafitte. Then he brought out Primetime Elix Skipper, huh?
Lafitte.
Sean Dyke, hi.
Yeah, Sean Dyke.
Good.
It's good.
So
and gang
he gave Carl Ouellet. He gave Carl Ouellet the Saskatchewan Hardcore, whatever international joint, the hardcore title, and he gave Primetime the cruiserweight title. So that's how Primetime's the cruiserweight champion. The belt was given to him. Let's see. Major Guns is now with Team Canada because Lance Storm challenged MIA.
He was a little more athletic than Dean Malenko, I would say. You know, I rock with Lance Storm. Like Lance Storm was
he had a little bit more personality than Dean too.
He was more of a he was more well rounded than Dean, in my opinion. You know, Dean was more mat based to the core. Like Lance can do other shit. He can do high flying shit along with that. But I'm with you. Lance Storm is underrated. I'm with you. He was a gem in this era.
He was. Silence of the Lamb Church, sorry. Chalk line, motherfuckers. So, yeah. Major Guns is now with Team Canada forcibly because Lance challenged MIA to a prisoner of war match. The winner gets to choose a member of the losing team to now be a part of their team. He beat Sergeant AWOL. He took Major Guns. He was, yeah. It was. Wait till I get to like Lance Storm and thing. I'm not really gonna talk too much about the matches because that stands for Tay. I'm not really a match girl. I'm everything else around it. But the Kiwi, the week before, I believe it was on Thunder, he beat Chapo Guerrero in number one contenders match to become the number one contender. It was on the September 6th, actually, it's a couple weeks before. 2000.
We're 2000, brother. 2000.
So this, I think, is the first. Yes, it definitely is. This is the first pay-per-view appearance of Zakiwi. Who is Zakiwi? I'm not. Okay, I'm not 26. Thank you. Yeah.
Hey, what's this, Charmaine?
So this is the first pay-per-view appearance of Zakiwi. And who is Zakiwi? He came on as the wardrobe guy. And he would get pissed off backstage and challenge people to matches. And then, now he's having matches. That's the Kiwi. He had a wife, Papaya, and Paisley is with him because Paisley was with the artist formerly known as Prince Iakea, and she went to get a shirt either ironed or cleaned, and she was just enamored by Zakiwi. So she left the artist, then he left Papaya, and now they're together. They're a thing. That's pretty much the breakdown of this, how we're here. What did you think of this match, Stanley?
This match was solid. Surprisingly, because these guys come out here and one's wearing like kind of like a dress kind of thing in his
It was a mini skirt.
Yeah, mini skirt, yeah. And the other guy comes out and like he gave me like Harlem Heat parody vibes. So I'm thinking this is gonna be like a kind of a goofy match. But it was solid though. These guys went in, especially how do you say his name? Kiwi.
Zakiwi.
The Kiwi. The Kiwi. I like his work. He was solid. And yeah, I just had to throw away my how I felt about the gimmicks or whatever, and just look at the match for what it was.
Yeah.
And I did it, and I did that, and I came up with a 3.
So, do you know who Primetime is?
Yeah, I've seen him before. I've seen him on WCW TV. I remember watching him. Not like faithfully or nothing, but like I was never.
Do you remember the clip of TNA where the black guy walked on top of the 6-side cage?
Yeah.
That's Primetime.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. How good Primetime is.
No, like yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So
he didn't grasp me, but like shout out to him though. This match was solid. He did solid.
They had the spot where Primetime like jumped on the middle of the rope, did an amazing moonsault. It was like picture perfect, but he took out the camera.
That was funny. The cameraman didn't know. Cameraman didn't know he was gonna do all that, so he like got right underneath him, like kind of the worst spot you can be in for a cameraman and to take something like that, But I don't know. I guess he wanted the angle. He wanted to see him up in the air. But honestly, I'm with the cameraman on that one. Like his stupidity on one hand, you should have been in a better space. But I wasn't. I didn't expect the man to do all that.
Yeah, listen. The first time we put this on, because we put it on like on our way back from Brooklyn,
Is it
And
skipper
Stan
or
kept talking
stripper?
about the vibes that he gave him. And
Yeah, he was giving me Harlem Heat vibes with that with the red do rag and shit.
it's Canada. But yeah, the Natural Born Thrillers came out onto the stage, and it was literally, like I said, I watched the 5 week build. It came out of nowhere. It was not even like a hint of it. After the fact, you'll understand why, but watching just the 5 weeks in the pay per view is like, what the fuck? Why are they here? Even the announcers is like, why are they here? What is this for? And they pretty much hit Kiwi. Mike Sanders hit Kiwi with a stickball bat, and
A stickball bat.
stickball bat, and primetime wins with an overdrive. They played the worst. They all right. So Primetime's dub was fake party up by DMX, right? And it's just Primetime going, y'all gonna know who built this house. Primetime here, Primetime there, right? And it's a really stupid song, but I miss it dearly listening to the dub. They played it while the announcers were talking, and it was so bad. Did you listen to it?
I didn't know the difference. I didn't,
No, but did you hear how bad that music was?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not his music.
Well, no, that's
Primetime
the
was
thing. Well, that's the thing. That's good, bro. Well, you got. I never heard of a stick. What's a stickball bat though? That was.
it's pretty much a stick. Pretty much a stick. It's a stick, but those idiots on commentary don't know. They could have just said a stickball stick, but they called it a stickball bat. And now it's a stickball bat.
It's a stickball bat.
Like he hit Kiwi with a stickball bat.
Yo, no.
What?
Yo, that killed me. He came with a stickball bat. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, the overdrive. I don't like the overdrive as a finisher for anybody at any time at any place. I don't like that move.
But this is hi, Pretty Ricky. It's a long stick. Kind of nothing.
Look at this. Sounds like a paddle.
No, it's not a paddle. It's a stick. That's a stick. Mad pause. Very Jersey. Very, very Jersey. Listen, you got Vince Russo writing it. You got Big Vito who brought the stickball to the tables. Oh, no. Mike Sanders been Vince Russo, homie, from above average Mike Sanders. But yeah. So the next match is 3 count versus MIA. The members of MIA is Lieutenant Loco, Chavo, and Sergeant AWOL. Lieutenant Loco is Chavo, so it's Corporal Cajun, which is Lash LaRue. There was no basis for this match. It was like, we want to get more people on TV. We need more time. Space filler. Bam. Lash LaRue is type decent. And I think he looked really decent because most of 3 count is green.
But they still put, yo, honestly, I was telling you talk about
too many steps. 3 count is too many steps.
You talk about vibes. Check it. This match gave me AEW vibes. It was like it kind of resembled what you would see if you tune in on like Dynamite, where you see a bunch of folks in there just going, just flying all over the place,
just doing shit to do it.
It just didn't feel like it had any place or purpose or any like meaning behind it. It just was like, all right, look what we can do. Like, look at these moves here. And yeah, I don't know. It's kind of glossed over this one.
Yeah, it's no purpose. It's really a nothing match. Lash LaRue wins with a diet at 5. Pretty much that. Jeff Jarrett, Scott Hall, and Kevin Nash walks in. So Kid walks up and asks for the autograph. Jeff Jarrett says, "Get out of here, kid." Scott Steiner said, "Hey, you got a mother? Is that her right there?" And walks up. You got a mother?
Mm-hmm.
And then Nash said, "You got any money?" And the kid said, "I got $1.50." So Nash said, "Why don't you go buy yourself a soda?" There's doing the things where people are asking like Kevin Nash for autographs and he's charging them money. Everybody's talking about he's only here for money, so now he's like, "Yeah, give me money."
Yeah. Cool, I'll take
Nash,
it.
Nash be a Nash. Next
If
match.
that's the gimmick you want to give me, fine. I'll take it.
This is my gimmick. Nah, I didn't hate him then. I don't bang with him now. I don't bang with him now. Not my guy.
That nuts.
Choke on that. So, the next match is not for me. It's the Harris Brothers versus Chronic. They had to build. Remember,
this is one of the matches I enjoyed.
You enjoyed it. Okay, so
one
the
of
build for this match.
I halfway enjoyed this.
Remember last time we left you guys? The Harris Brothers returned and they jumped Chronic. Oh wait, did they? Yeah, they did. They're the reason that Chronic lost their New Blood Rising. They returned and they jumped Chronic. Pretty much the build for this match was they was going into bars beating up Chronic. He was beating up Chronic backstage. They was beating up Chronic with chains. So now they have a chain match. So now Chronic comes out and says, "Let's make this the first blood."
Wait. Hold up. Because correct me if I'm wrong. Now, I made a note of this here because this happened. He is cool as fuck. He tweeted me a couple of times. But this guy, Tony Schiavone is telling everybody before the match starts. He tells everybody, he tells me and everybody watching that it's a first blood chain match. It's a first blood chain match. So I go into this expecting a first blood steel chain match. Brian Adams comes out and he says, "Let's up the ante. Let's make this a first blood steel chain match."
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
Isn't this just that?
Okay, wait. But Tony just told me what it was. And you said you want to up the ante. So what did you up the ante to? You didn't. You just kind of let me down. But, okay. Yeah, look. Go ahead. Go as you were. As you were. That was just funny to me. There's miscommunication.
No. That's exactly what happened. But they chain him up, and they have this match. Ron gets busted open, but the ref is knocked out. He pulls out. Is this a chain ball back?
I tell you, man, like, yo, announcing will make or break a show. Announcing will make announcing can make good announcing can make a trash show good, and bad announcing can make a good show trash. What's good, Denise?
I'm passionate. Thank you for Bro 2000. I guess gotta see it this way. That's what we're talking about.
Bro 2000.
I'm gonna let you guys know a secret. This is the reason we're doing this. I have this shirt and it's the 20th anniversary. It makes no sense not to do it.
Right.
I got some other shirts next year that will be the 20th anniversary of that.
Yo, this guy.
We're good, Denise. Yeah, he actually grabs a baseball bat wrapped with steel chain. It's like, why do you need a baseball bat wrapped with steel chain when you have a steel chain wrapped around your wrist?
Because Bat's harder.
Thank you. I'm telling you, I gotta. Funny thing, Stan hasn't even seen the shirt drawer. He knows it's a thing, just hasn't seen what's in it. Okay, so yeah, he unhooks himself from the chain to use the chain ball bat, and then he just starts whapping on Chronic. Goes, listen, is Adam Bomb Brian Adams or is that Brian Clark? Because if they named him Brian Clark and his name, if they name him Adam Bomb,
Adam Bomb is Brian Clark.
That's stupid. Should have made Brian.
I know.
All right, so Crush gets beat with the chain ball bat, and he's bleeding while Ron is already bleeding. Ron gets out the ring, puts the chain back on. The ref comes to see Crush bleeding. Match over.
Do you think they were trying too hard? Great idea, mediocre execution. That's what ESPN has said. Not. Oh, okay. I think it's a good idea in theory, but like you gotta have the right players to execute it.
Thank you for saying that.
You gotta have the right players to execute it. Like, for instance, best example I could give you, a cinematic match between AJ Styles and The Undertaker goes a long way with me, a further way with me than Bray Wyatt, Braun Strowman cinematic match to me. It depends on your players and who's involved.
He should have been Crush Bomb. His name is Brian Adams. I always called Adam Bomb Brian Adams because I thought that was his last name.
Crush Bomb. Yeah.
So, yeah, Chronic loses because the ref sees that Chronic's bleeding before they notice that Ron is bleeding. So they declare the winner, the Harris boys. Chronic gives the ref the high times. And I really didn't care about this match.
I mean, yeah, kind of, I halfway enjoyed it because it was Chronic. I like Chronic.
Yeah, but then after that, that's it. I halfway like the Harris boys shirt, but then I kind of realized I think they skinheads. Then I stopped liking it.
Yeah, definitely gave me those vibes. But vibes. But yeah.
Next is the interview with Pamela Polkshock. She's interviewing General Erection. And in the middle of this interview, I realized MIA are the bad guys.
It's going alright. Things is progressing swellly, wonderfully.
He took his first bump.
Yeah,
he popped his bump cherry last night, guys.
Took a few though. It was crazy.
Would you pause it? Because I just said a lot of crazy shit. Yeah. MIA the bad guys. They're the heels in this. All Lance Storm is doing is being a proud Canadian.
I mean, you can't do that in America.
Get out of here. So the gist of what he's saying is he's gonna show Lance Storm for telling Americans that Canada's better. He's gonna show him that it's not. And the United States is the greatest country in the world. Then Jim Duggan comes out.
We'll see. We'll get. Actually, we'll find out. We'll find out who the real heel is.
Yeah. So, to surprise you, Canadians, pretty much. I don't want to talk about his promo. Pretty much, he's a special enforcer of this match, and Lance Storm comes out, Major Guns against her will again. Grabs the mic, said, "If I could be serious for a minute, Tonight I have mixed emotions. I'm so close yet so far from home. I can't believe living this close to the greatest country in the world. You all haven't packed up and moved north of the border. Said, well, tonight's your opportunity. After I defeat General Election in front of America's hero, Jim Duggan, I invite you all to drive up to Kitchener, oh, I can't talk. Ontario for Nitro. Because after you get a taste of the good life, you'll be applying for citizenship and never come back. Show some class, stand for the Canadian national anthem. They played the whole anthem. Pretty basic match. It's Landstorm is great, but Hugh Morris is Hugh Morris, no matter what name you give him.
Yeah, word. What's up with this general erection shit?
General Huge Erection.
Nah.
Hugh Erection. Yeah.
Anyway.
You want to talk about the match?
It was okay. You're not gonna get a bad Lance Storm match.
No, and you're not really gonna get a really bad Hugh Morris match. You're gonna get a
But
boring
it was gimmicky. It was kind of hokey, you know.
Yeah.
So it's not like you had. It wasn't like the first match where you had two goofy gimmicks and ended up having like a go at it match.
Yep.
It wasn't like that. It was like two goofy gimmicks that decided to be goofy gimmicks, and it was like
pretty flaccid.
Yeah, they go hard in this match. Yeah. Nah. This yeah. And then you get freaking Hacksaw coming in and hitting them with the gimmick and making the heel turn and going with Team Canada at the end. And that was just trash.
Okay. It is. I'm not disagreeing. But it's like Hacksaw Jim Duggan. He's USA. He's rah rah rah, right? So look, he's turning heel. Oh, you never expect him to turn heel on America. The announce team is making it seem like Hogan turned heel again.
Ooh,
and everybody's just like, okay.
Yeah, no, boo. I'm at the Thunderdome. Woo.
Stanley, do you want to hear something?
What?
Every week, I try to sign you up for Thunderdome, and I always every week since Thunderdome been a thing, I've always missed it. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah, no doubt. I show up too. I show up. I'll be in the house. I'll tell you what it is.
I'm not even signing me up. I'm signing you up.
That's fine. I'll come back here. I'll tell y'all what it is live from the Thunderdome, straight up. Talking champions in the building.
I'm signing stand up. I put your email, I put your name in. Like, damn it.
I'm gonna be cheering for Roman Reigns.
I don't know why it's so funny for me to do that, but yeah, it's supposed to be Mr. USA himself turn heel. Major Guns is staying with Storm because General Russian lost, and Duggan takes everybody out with the 2x4.
Oh.
So Gene Oak. Oh, what was your score in the match?
I gave it a 1.
You give it a 1 for the gimmick. You give it a 1 for the match.
The match was fine, but the way it ended was trash. So the whole thing gets a fucking 1.
Yo, we had to retire our TOC shirts. We wore them a lot.
No. We wore them once here, and then we wore them a lot. Yeah,
we wore them a lot. Okay.
Hey. Oh my God.
Hi.
What's good, bro, man? Rula.
Thank you for joining us.
Sid.
Okay, so.
Yo, this is killing me, Sid.
So, Gene Okerlund's talking to the Thrillers, Say you've been pretty good on running your mouth tonight. You're gonna have to back it up with your action. Mike Sands come off.
Hey.
He does. Hmm? Hmm? He does. He does the whole.
Oh
Man,
yeah,
we gotta
yeah,
make
yeah,
that
yeah,
happen.
yeah. He asked. We got more.
We
Yeah,
gotta
more.
make that happen.
Yeah, more in this. Yeah.
So you know, eh,
Yeah.
TGIT, but hey, fuck it, right?
Yeah, yeah, word, yeah. It's really it feel like a Friday when we on. Yeah,
I wish it was Friday because this week's gonna be long.
yeah, yeah. Long week, long week.
So he does like the Conan thing. He said, yo, 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 Gene, let me speak on this. He does all the things that Conan does. And then Shauna here threatens to beat up Gene. He was like, I already beat up Gene. So leading into this, the Thrillers, they get together because they're all power plant guys. And like I said, Russo did the thing where he brought up the power plant guys. It was treating them like, hey, you're gonna be the next this, you're gonna be the next that, you're gonna be the next him. And everybody was like, get out of here, you suck. So they all kind of band together. They called themselves the genetically jacked guys on the roster, and they had this little faction. They were
You know
all
what's really funny
trained.
though? Like I didn't even know that these guys were. I didn't know the backstory like this, but like
Mm-hmm.
they just screamed, "I'm from the power plant."
Yeah. Yep.
Every time.
They all got basic gear. They're like all like basic moves. It's like one and a half of them that could talk. It's Sanders and
That's the nub.
sometimes me. You know? But Sanders talks like, hi, I'm a funny white guy. So pretty much they beat up Sarge because they were telling everybody Sarge made us clean toilets. He did this. He didn't really teach us anything. He didn't teach us anything. That's the story of how we ended up into this match. Also, as we seen on New Blood Rising, they were kind of feuding with the Filthy Animals. Like Conan was on the mic saying they're all green. They can't do this. They can't do that. And that's before Mike Sanders, Reno, and Johnny the Bull joined. Johnny the Bull joined because that's Big Vito's former tag team partner. He got injured. Vito went and started doing hardcore stuff. He started doing he actually got injured before I think Bash at the Beach. So this is him coming back after that. And he joined up with the Thrillers, and Mike Sanders joined up with them because Disco's like, hey, he's cool. Let him hang with us to the Filthy Animals. And they was like, no, he's not. He's not cool. Pretty much he was doing it to swerve them. Disco's been making bad decisions. He had a mixed tag match with Tigress, then left Tigress out there to get beat up by the Thrillers. She took a Shanton bomb. He lost the tag team champions to the 50 Ray and Hoovy. It's just a bunch of things that Disco's doing that kind of led to this match. So now, like, all these little rivals is, like, in this big match. And it's an elimination match. Whew. How do you want to start with this? How do you want to tackle this?
I keep it a buck with you. I couldn't really get through this match because Paul Orndorff got hurt, and it kind of put me
It
in a bad
ended.
place.
It ended. They ended the
Yeah,
match. They
yeah,
tried to continue it a little bit after Paul Orndorff got hurt.
yeah, but it was like,
But it was like he's laying right there. They're holding his head. Why are y'all still over there trying to do wrestling moves?
yeah. I was like, yeah. I kind of fast forwarded after I saw that he was like really down for real. I kind of fast forwarded it too because I didn't want to see that.
Yeah. Yeah, he got injured. Pile driving Mark Jindrak.
Yeah, that's the thing. That was the first time I've seen somebody get injured giving a pile drive.
He's old, and you've seen his arms.
That's the thing. He and I can appreciate this more now, right? He when he goes back for the pile driver, instead of staying upward, he fell backwards, and his head
and it was
That
kind of
banged
like
against
this,
the
and it was like,
yeah,
yeah.
his, his head banged against the canvas when he landed, and he didn't get up. So
So
yeah.
because of the time period we are in, I didn't know and I didn't remember if this injury was real when I seen it. So I had to stop and search it because you know how many this wasn't supposed to happen. We just seen Stacy Keebler get taken out in an ambulance because she got injured in that ROTC match with Major Guns. They
Mm-hmm.
do this often. Oh, he's injured. Here's an ambulance. Da 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 da. You gotta go. Right?
Right.
So I was like, did he really get injured? And this is the injury that kind of ended his career. He retired this year. I think he had probably one
Yeah,
more showing.
I can imagine it did. I can imagine it did. Like that was the kind of bump. Like, all right, that's the kind of bump you take. Like, if you take, yeah, it's like, yeah, that, yeah, yeah, it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let me double check and make sure. I think he had one more.
Yeah,
Hi,
big
good
brother
brother Bo.
Bo,
Thank you for
Dirty
joining
Hill.
us.
I
It
love
was
his
just.
big brother Bo. I like his name. I like the bruh man, the bruh man. I love these guys. I love these guys.
Yeah, so this is pretty much like the match that did it for him. I just want to make sure. I think he had probably one more match or one more show in WCW afterwards, and then he just went back to like training in a power plant. Hmm. Let me double check it. Yeah, he got injured in this match. No, I think this is his last appearance.
I can imagine it didn't look like for the type of bump that he took and the type of treatment that he looked to receive after and how he reacted off of that or didn't react off of it, I should say. You know, yeah, I wouldn't have recommended him wrestling too many more match or taking too many more bumps for that matter. Anyway, after that,
Yeah, the match was rules of no contest. They
yeah,
stopped the match. Ugh, the next match or the next promo was Billy Kimmon and Medusa, and it's like this. If I didn't pause it and search it, then this is when I would have known that he's really hurt because Billy Kimmon stopped and said, "Get well soon, poor Randolph." And the look in his face is like, "Fuck," you know.
mm-hmm.
Paul trained me. So he goes and he cuts this promo, and then Medusa comes and is very angry and saying "bitch" a lot, and it's like, why don't you know how to talk yet, Medusa? You know. I have these promos. I just don't want to. I just don't want to dang it. They said bitch a lot, and Tony Schiavone said it's a cussle fest. He's so southern. He said it a cussle fest. He's sitting there laughing at it like it is so fucking hilarious. The franchise makes his entrance. I guess he made a stipulation that if he lose, that he was gonna pay the house back their money for the show. So we knew he wasn't losing.
He chucked that man off of that thing. Yo.
This match, let's start. Let me say this. Listen, I go hard for Viagra and Poe. But this feud needed to end after New Blood Rising. It shouldn't have carried on into Front Brawl. We needed
Yeah.
no more Billy versus, because at the end of the day, like, you choked this man out. Why are we still beefing over this bitch? I have her. I killed you. The end, you know?
Shane clearly had to look strong in this one.
For what though? He choked out Billy Kidman. So like at this point, if Billy Kidman's not getting his heat back, why are we having it? He hung him
Because
in
he
the
wanted
ring the
because he
last
wanted to
match.
be over. He wanted to go over. Clearly. He threw him over a freaking thing.
And technically, this isn't a scaffold.
It's not even a scaffold. They had a glorified stage on a stage.
It was a stage on a riser.
Yeah, and it was like uh and then like all right, so before he does that, like Medusa is following this guy up the metal staging area, and he mule kicks her, and she falls back about like 30 feet and lands on sponge
A
pad.
cushion stage.
Like,
It's like they put my bed under a black tarp and threw
yeah,
Medusa on it.
like you couldn't have at least like it didn't even make a sound when she hit. Like, imagine falling 30 feet from something and not
And
making a sound.
Tony is
Okay.
it's no give on that.
Yeah, and then Tony, and then Tony's one of the goes for Tony's one of the most capping motherfuckers I've ever seen behind the
No,
mic.
big cap and Tony. As a time, we haven't did it in a while.
No, I'm not giving Tony. No, no. Fine, I'll give him. Okay, I got one right here. Tony Schiavone, this was for you. For every week that you cap for these, that you
He's capping now.
capping now. Still, you still. That's matter of fact. Yeah, that was appropriate. But anyway, um, yeah. So Medusa falls from 30 feet. Doesn't make a sound when she hits. She looks comfortable actually.
Yo, but the way he like kicked her in the head 12 times. The
She's
woman
Medusa.
didn't touch in this match. It was franchise beating Medusa's ass.
It's Medusa. You know, you gotta beat her ass, or you gotta throw her from 30 feet, you know, or else she won't stay down.
You
You
gotta
know?
beat her ass.
Yeah. So then he takes Billy Kidman, who's the actual opponent and he takes him on the other side of the scaffold, and he throws him off the other side of the freaking scaffold. Billy Kidman falls about 37 feet, and he goes through the stage. I guess he weighs a little more, right? I guess the impact was.
Or his stage was like cardboard boxes on top of the padding.
See, but that fall made the other one completely look like shit, because this fall actually looked like it could have been something. You know what I'm saying? This fall, especially like, and this is why I can't stand when I see them take stupid ass falls and on crash pads, deliberate crash pads and shit now, because they showed in this match that these people know what they want to do. They showed deliberately when they don't want to make it look crazy, and they showed it deliberately when they do want to make it look crazy. This girl fell 30 feet, didn't make a sound. This guy fell 30 feet and fell through the board, and it looked like he freaking died. So, like, there's a right way to go about these things. You just got to take the time out to give a shit. I guess. I don't know.
I'm sorry, I seen something that kind of got me. Yeah. But yeah. Ugh, I didn't care about this match. I was over this feud. So when I'm over this feud, I'm over this match.
And I'm of the ilk. Like, if you're gonna do some shit like that, Kidman needs to be off the television forever. But like, hello, we're in that age, and I don't.
He saw them and came back with the 50 animals. Question:
Well,
is
come
this
on,
the
like,
last scaffold match?
I didn't even know this one existed. Like, I didn't know the scaffold. I didn't know they had scaffold matches after the old Starcades. Like, I didn't know they still did that. Like that was a dumb match back then. And that's why they didn't do them since then. Like, so let's bring it back at the year 2000, people. Jesus.
So, we interviewed with Sting. Sting's talking about Great Muta and Vampiro. It's his match. He's talking about, how he has great matches with Vampiro. He had great matches with Great Muta. But he's going to have a championship tomorrow. Boom, Jeff Jarrett comes out of here. Just wash him up real quick. You ain't making it to the title tomorrow. I'm getting it. You ain't beat nobody. You didn't beat me. They had a 2 out of 3 falls match on Thunder, and it was an interference, so nobody won. So they said Sting. No, sorry. Sting said to Booker, if you win, I get the first shot at your title. Booker said, "Come on, man. We got bigger fish to fry."
Come on, man. Yeah. See, I told you that's what he says. Come on, man. That's what Booker B said in real life. He said that shit to me once.
So they showed this sit-down interview with David Flair, and David Flair has just been told on his wedding part. Hold on, because I understand completely. But he's been left at his wedding and told that the baby that Stacy Keibler is pregnant. Okay, so boom. Remember when Stacy Keibler was like, "Ah, my stomach" at New Blood Rising?
Mm-hmm.
She came out to Nitro later and said, David, I'm pregnant. Ah. So now they're pregnant. Then next week, let's get married. Then the wedding is September 11th. Oh, man. September 11th, 2000. The wedding.
Nothing good ever happens that day, huh?
I mean, wasn't the blueprint released that day? And
Uh,
Kanye drop on September 11th too?
oh, don't come on! Yeah, keep burying the shit.
Mm. Yeah. It was good Kanye. It was the old Kanye. We miss you. No, we don't. You morphed into something nasty. That's another stuff for another conversation. But yeah, so they had the wedding. Something happened with the wedding. Ric Flair came. They buried the hatchet because David was beefing with Ric Flair when he was down with Russo. Then they stopped the wedding. And they come back out and said the wedding dude over. Then she said, David, the baby's not yours after she gets some type of letter saying something. And she says, oh no. So she tells David the baby's not his. So now David is all like crazy and sad. And he plays crazy very well. I love crazy David. Can we agree on that?
Crazy thing? No, I don't think he played anything well here. I think he's a bad actor, and this is just poorly executed. I understand what they're trying to do. It didn't make him look good, and make him. It's just the best part about this whole thing was Mike Tenay. Mike Tenay, he tried to make this, but it was just like, what can you do? Like even the setting, even like everything, they tried to like stage a mess, uh,
That pizza was wild fresh.
yeah, like it was, it was bad. This was, yep.
It was some funny parts in it. It was some funny parts.
Yeah, like
Because David was like holding a cigarette like a joint. He was like, "You want a cigarette?"
you
He's
want
like,
to
"You don't
figure
even smoke."
no, like the funny part to me was when he put the figure 4 on the mailman, but and then he ran down the street. What the fuck?
You ran away from your own house.
Like, where are you going, man? Like,
Find a father. So I did not like this. I did not like this because it was on a pay-per-view.
a lot of people do.
I I did not. Not more on that later. I'm gonna leave this Stacy Keeper pregnant storyline where it belongs. But
Yeah.
I did not like this on the pay-per-view. It's bad enough that it's no budget for the stage, but then we have stuff that should just be on Thunder. Like Mike Tenay has these segments on Thunder where he interviews wrestlers. I told you to watch a couple of them. You watched it. That's Mike Tenay's thing on Thunder. Why bring this to the pay-per-view that doesn't feel like a pay-per-view? So people are paying to watch Thunder and Nitro. It doesn't feel like a pay-per-view. And this made it feel less like a pay-per-view. And Vince Russo like gimmick matched the fuck out of it to try to make it feel like a pay-per-view, but it still doesn't have the pay-per-view feel. Now it's a good show, it's a good event, but it doesn't feel like a pay-per-view.
Well, that's my problem with that was my problem with like all of these shows. Like they
They
did
don't
not
have the
none of them
budget.
felt. You know what I'm saying? None of them felt like all right. But even so, like you can be creative and make a theme around certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Like it just felt like
They
everything
literally
kind of
had
ran together.
no budget.
A lot of, but that's the thing. But they do a lot of that shit today. Even a lot of shit even runs together. Looks the same, runs together. Like I think it comes down to a matter like I don't know. Maybe budget, maybe, but I don't know. You just got to do something.
Mainly budget, mainly you have the writer booking the pay-per-view and he's just booking shit that he would write for Nitro or Thunder. You need a booker to book these matches and make him write around it. And nobody was booking it. They was letting him do it. That's why he claimed sabotage. Because it was just like, well, I was doing it and no one said anything was bad until it was done. So, I didn't like that here. Also, this next match, I was over this feud completely. I was over Vampiro and Sting after Sting was set on fire.
Oh God, yeah, right.
I like how they try to tie the old Muda and Sting had great wars thing into it. You know, like, all right, cool. But by this time, Muda was already bastardized. He was not the Muda that he was when he was having those wars with Sting. He was bastardized by Bischoff. He was bastardized by Russo. It's just he's Muda with the awesome music.
Mm-hmm. I like his 80s music better.
JCP got on the announce team, and Tony and Scott Hudson got up. And when I was saying this doesn't feel like a pay-per-view, it felt less like a pay-per-view with this. Once you take Tony off, you lose everyone's attention, especially during a match. You do not put JCP, who don't know what the fuck they're talking about, who can't do color or fucking play-by-play, on during this pay-per-view.
During a Sting match, no less.
Huh?
Was it in a Sting match?
This is a Sting match.
Yeah, you do this during the Sting match, no less.
And Sting's just like, whatever, I don't care.
Things like of course you're gonna take one of the last good things that's about you, and whatever. Like,
So,
I don't know.
So during the match, they're trying to push it like Sting never beat Vampiro. Right? So, and Muda and Vampiro are at odds, but they're working together to defeat Sting. And then Muda goes for a pin, but Vampiro doesn't want him to pin. So now they're having a little riff. So
This is
the ICP. Huh?
This is some Dungeon of Doom shit, yo.
This is some Dungeon of Doom shit.
It
is some Dungeon of Doom shit.
Where's Kevin Sullivan? At least it would have been better if they would have put Kevin Sullivan in it at least.
Kevin Sullivan was backstage like, yeah, Russo, that's good. You see the shit he's doing?
This is probably Kevin Sullivan's idea.
You better say, yeah, that's Dungeon of Doom. I like it.
What was the first Japanese wrestler I had the pleasure of watching? Okay.
And this is nothing like that Muda anymore.
Nope.
All he does is this and spit.
You wouldn't know. If you didn't know, you wouldn't know.
There was one, I think it was at Thunder, where they put Muda on commentary, and it was funny. It was funny. It was funny. He sounds like who can I say he sounds like? Mitsurugi from Soul Calibur.
There's always one. There's always one of you. There's always one of you. I swear.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, Gap of Doom right there.
He sound like Mitsurugi from Soul Calibur on the announce team, and it popped me. But that's it. That's it. But yeah, they have this riff. I see JCP comes and breaks it up. Sting comes out with the bat, knocks everybody out, pins Muda. He hits him with a Scorpion Death Drop, pins Muda. He wins. After the match, they're about to like beat up on Muda. Sting comes in for the save. The end. What's your favorite part?
When it switched to the next segment.
The next segment is your favorite part.
I like Sting's entrance because Sting looked cool. Sting looked cool here. And then
I just wish he had the Seek. I just wish he had the Seek and Destroy music.
Yeah. But you know, I always have good things to say about Sting. So it was, you know, it was. I looked at it for what it was. You know, it was a crappy kind of segment, but like I looked at it like, okay, at least I get to watch Sting.
Yes, it was, Mutant. Thank you.
No, the hell it wasn't.
It was. Shut up.
No, it wasn't.
So, yeah. The next segment is Pamela Paulshock. She's walking up to that Stephanie's bus. Mike Awesome hops off. Flirts with Pamela. She asks about the batch. Awesome says, "What are you trying to make me mad? Trying to ruin my groove?" Yeah, I just said I did.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh yeah. Oh, it won. I'm dead.
so yeah, he says you're trying to get me down. Well, I have a surprise, and it's huge, right? Um, Gary Coleman walks off the bus.
Right.
Okay, Gary Coleman walks off the bus. Hi, Kenneth. Thank you for joining us.
Kenny, what's up?
Mark. Yeah. So Gary Coleman hops off the bus. He looks at Mike Awesome, says, "Yeah, you're right." Mike Awesome says, "I'm always right." He said, "This is one of my favorite stars of the '70s." Gary Coleman says, "I'm actually from the '80s." He said, "Yeah, whatever. I got a big match against Jeff Jarrett, so just do it for me one time, Gary Coleman." Gary Coleman says, "Come on, you know I don't do that anymore." He says, "Well, someone has to do it." Pamela Poshak says, "What you talking about?" And Mike Awesome says, "Yes, I'm happy."
It's cool. It's cool.
Well, talking shit.
Hey, listen. That's what we're here for.
But we are.
That's what it is.
So pretty much Gary Coleman is there. Jeff comes out, spends like 15 minutes just getting cheap heat on the Buffalo Bills, who the whole team is in the audience. Stan loves WCW. He does. He loves WCW. He just don't love this WCW.
Hold up. Are we talking about? Are you telling
That'll
me?
get you blocked. Don't play with me.
Are you telling me that? Hold on. Let me read the whole comment before, because I'm gonna just hold on. Stop hating, Stan, because look what WCW did in professional wrestling. You wouldn't know who DDP was for WWE. The same guys like Booker T. Okay, cool. So from the years 1996 to 1998, I was full WCW. I was more of a WCW fan than I was a WWF fan.
He was solely a WCW fan because of Revenge.
Not facts, you know.
Oh, it was War Charles, right?
No, it was World Tour and then Revenge. Um, so I know full well that you wouldn't have these people. But the fact of the matter is, these people were not being showcased. First of all, Dean Malenko wasn't even here.
No, he was gone.
Rey Mysterio is a filthy animal having throwaway matches for no reason. You got Booker T. We'll get to him in a minute, who's the one good thing you got out of this whole thing besides Scott Steiner. But WCW, in my opinion, WCW in the years 1999 and 2000 were in no way, shape, or form better than the WWF, and that's part of the reason why. And that's the thing. Like I don't look at the stars that they made during that time. You know what I'm saying? In comparison, you know what I'm saying? Like there's just I'm not here to go on a rant about this for real. But and I tell you, people, you can like what you like, but
we can have this conversation.
I can never say that this time period in WCW was better than the WWF at that time period in 1999 and 2000. I'm sorry, I cannot co-sign on that. You're not fucking with Kane and Mankind and the Hardys and Edge and Christian and Val Venus and X-Pac, and you're not doing it. You're not doing it with your filthy animals and your Canadian destroy whatever. Yeah.
I mean, he would have been if this was WWF.
Well, all right, wait. I didn't even. All right, I'll keep it a bug with you too. I didn't even watch this promo. I skipped over this part. I didn't know. I didn't see this promo.
That's why you were mad in the match.
Yo, I didn't go because it came from left. It came out of nowhere. I'm watching this damn match with Jeff Jarrett coming out. He's doing his Jeff Jarrett thing. Ha ha ha. He's running down the local football team, the Tennessee Titans jersey. The Dominic is on my nerves. Dominic won't beat Seth. He's not gonna beat Seven. That's probably the last thing. But it looked like they're doing the Buddy Murphy angle with his daughter, with Testa Stephanie vibes. What they're giving me right now. But more on that another time. But You get Jeff Jarrett in there with his Tennessee Titans jersey on. He's running down the football team, doing this thing. Mike Awesome comes out in
Stop.
his ridiculous 70s gimmick.
You're trying to get
Yeah,
blocked.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We don't disagree there, Nelson. But then he comes in with this Mike Awesome. For this very reason, Mike Awesome comes in with this crazy ass 70s gimmick, and they have a sloppy ass match. I'm just of the impression at this point, Mike Awesome is just, he had 3 left feet. He could not put anything together. Where like
Yeah.
this is the second time I've seen this guy on pay-per-view in a match, and he's just falling all over the place. I don't mean to speak ill of the dead, but good Lord Almighty. Jeff Jarrett even tried. I'm not even the biggest Jeff Jarrett fan in the world, but he tried. He did his thing. And you know, I could tell, like, Jeff knew what he was working with, so he decided that he was going to hoke it up as much as he possibly could to get it over and try to get something out of the fans. So what ends up happening in this match, you get the whole football team. I forget which football team it was, but
Buffalo Bills.
it was the Buffalo Bills. The whole Buffalo Bills of 2000. They're on the sidelines of this
They're
wrestling
like
match.
lumberjacks at this point.
Yeah, they jump the rails and they get on the apron of the ring. It's not even like they're around the ring. They get on the apron. They never get inside the ring. They just stay on the apron.
Uh-huh.
And then
They're like pushing him, like bullying Jeff
yeah,
Jarrett.
they don't get involved in the match really, but they're pushing Jeff Jarrett like they're in a circle, like they're bullying him almost.
Yeah.
And it's just it looks stupid. And I'll harken it back to last night when I was watching just real quickly. I was watching Raw Underground, Braun Strowman. They put Braun Strowman in the Raw Underground, and this man was the only thing that I've seen in that Raw Underground that had no idea how to shoot. They
Who,
had
Braun?
this guy, Braun Strowman. This guy was in there.
He's big for nothing.
He was doing, it was a bunch of pushes and throws like you would see in a regular match, but like it took, like, he did not belong in that arena. He did not belong in that arena. And but I'll say that, but that's kind of what that reminded me of, how they were pushing him along because they weren't really trying to work. I guess because their NFL contracts or whatever, they didn't want to, or get in, they didn't want to
They
get in,
had a game
whatever.
that day they lost. They had a game earlier that day that
That's
they
the thing.
lost.
See, all right, see, look, all right, yeah. So first of all, you don't even deserve to be on television. Second of all,
You lost the game. You come to the
yeah,
preview.
first of all, you need to be home. Second of all, they probably don't want anybody getting injured or hurt or whatever, whatever kind of bullshit they had to agree to be a part of this. But the motherfuckers couldn't take the hint because they stayed on the apron forever to the point where
Yeah, yeah.
security
Like
had
if
to
you're
come
not
and
gonna do
tell them.
anything, get off the apron.
Like security had to come and tell them, like, "Hey, yo, get these guys,
No way.
come get your men's." So they took them down for the ring, and yeah, your Hearts, you can take it home. Oh no, wait, no. This is what happens. So, 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 so they get the football players down from the ring,
Uh-huh.
finally, and
Finally.
for no reason. And mind you, I did not see the segment before, so I'm just watching this for the first time. For no reason, out comes Gary Coleman. Gary Coleman comes running to the
And
ring.
a little blazer.
He's dressed like a runaway slave. He,
No.
in Jim Crow days, he's a runaway
No, he
dress
is
slave.
not.
A
He had
well-dressed.
a blazer, little jeans, and a cap on.
He looked
He just
good.
like a
Yeah,
mini
that's it.
security guard.
Yeah, then he like Jay looked. Yeah, he looked like he looked like a runaway. He looked like a runaway. He looked like a. He comes running out to the ring, and oh my God, Gary Coleman came out and got involved in the match, and he hit Jeff Jarrett in the nuts about 50 times, and
Like
and
twice.
and he swung about 50 though, and he hit him twice. Jesus, and Mike Awesome wins, and
Oh, no. Jarrett hits him with a guitar.
oh, he did. He did. I'm sorry. I can't comment anymore because at
Gary
this
Coleman with
point,
a guitar takes him out, and then Sting comes out to get his comeuppings on Jeff Jarrett. Hits him with a scorpion death drop. Mike Awesome pins him, wins.
I didn't see that part. After Gary Coleman hit this man with the low blow, I turned this show off. And I mean it. Raw Underground. What? What's going on? What's going on? Raw Underground. I'd rather watch Okimo Slice from the O2. Well, if they showcase that, that would be awesome, but they don't. They showcase messed up RVD big time. Yeah. They did, but they did RVD better than they did most. They did RVD and the Dudleys better than they did most. Yeah.
Not Gary.
Austin ruined his own career. He might go in there. Yeah, he should have stayed in ECW. Paul Heyman knew how to hide all that shit. Can't agree with prime example of loyalty gone wrong. Easily tell reject.
Right
What?
now, I put all these things up.
Oh, I didn't see them.
So now we're at where we're here for, right? We're here for Scott Steiner. Mean G's talking to Scott Steiner. All right, Big Papa Punk, Scott Steiner. Here in Buffalo tonight at 4 Brawl. It's the Clash of the Titans. Godzilla versus King Kong. Moments from now, right here, you're going to step in the ring with the man simply known as Goldberg in a no disqualification match. Scott Steiner says, Mean Gene, you know everybody in the world knows knows it, and Goldberg knows it. I'm gonna prove that I'm the man. I'm the only man. I'm the only genetic freak in the WCW. I'm the only man with the largest arms in the world. Goldberg, ever since you fractured my face, I left you laying nitro after nitro, thunder after thunder, barely keeping you alive. He says, so be here tonight. Like, beat your ass. See, there's only two things I care about, Gene. That's my freaks and my peeps. And I'm going back to the hotel because I'm a sex pistol and I'm ready to explode. No correlation, anything.
No, what happened was so apparently they thought that Asuka that she pulled her shoulder out of her socket during that chicken wing thing that Asuka does, but and so I guess they ended the match early, but apparently I saw another report, I don't know if it's true or not. They said that she was just selling really good. I meant to actually post this on Talking Champions because it's some shit that I would have did. Like, she sold it so well that they thought that she was really hurt. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm seeing reported flowing around. I don't know if that's the actual what's going down with it, but yeah. Yo, Goldberg in this match, Goldberg was the reason I did not like this fucking match.
Yeah.
He was the big reason I didn't like this fucking match. Like, he had no business having matches past 10 minutes.
So the build for this match, it started with New Blood Rising, that situation. Nash and Scotty was supposed to have a match for the number one contenders because the New Blood Rising match was supposed to be the number one contender match. But since Goldberg walked out, they was like, you're just gonna have, you two are gonna have the match, and from there we'll go forth. That match didn't happen. Then Goldberg came and he was taking out all the Russo's boys, and then he took out Madeja, and that's Big Papa's favorite freak. You don't touch Madeja. Like, he held her up in a jackhammer and jackhammer her through the table.
And we saw her again after that, didn't we?
This is 5 weeks later. It's 5 weeks later. Just 5 weeks later.
Not long enough.
I mean, Sasha got her neck in a chair and is back the next week.
That's not a good example. That's terrible booking. It's terrible booking.
I'm just saying, 5 weeks is long enough for wrestling injuries. So 5 weeks later, she's back. But she wasn't back until 5 weeks. And 5 weeks in Russo's WCW feels like 12.
You know what they should have did?
Wait, let's get to it and then tell us what they should.
6 weeks. Just 6 weeks. Because 6 weeks, then your bones heal. 4 to 6. And if you're getting a jackhammer by a real wrestler, you should probably take 6 weeks.
4 to 6, 5.
Yeah, that's a 6. Give it an extra week.
Anyhow, then Scott Steiner goes after Goldberg's girlfriend, Beth. Jack Time his favorite freak, B. To a
Well,
table.
no, the freaks are strong, so you know what? Yes, 5 weeks. It's good.
So, um, he went,
Gotta be
he
strong with it.
kidnaps his girlfriend, Beth. He held her hostage. He brought her to the ring. He put her in a jackhammer. He handcuffed Goldberg to the ring as he put her in a, not a jackhammer, a Steiner recliner. And that's what they did to Goldberg's girlfriend, Beth. So now it's like a blood war mixed with them beating up Goldberg, Goldberg beating up them having like cage matches with Goldberg. It's just a lot of weird shit. But you get the gist of it. Steiner comes down to the ring, Medeja list. I love Scott Steiner, and he has a up next feel about him in this match. What happened? Huh?
Shawn Michaels back.
Oh, oh, oh. So then Goldberg comes up, he dabs up all the bills that's out there, and Steiner's putting on his face mask because during this, Goldberg took a lead pipe and supposedly swung it at Steiner's face and fractured his face. Thank you. Then they're having this it's the funny thing is one of Goldberg's better matches. It's one of his better feuds.
Definitely one of his better feuds, and it has nothing to do with him.
Nothing to do with him. It's one of his better matches, and it has nothing to do with him.
It ended like trash. Like all right. Like I hated how they used weapons in WCW. Like that. Well, okay, and it has a lot to do with that. Going back to how I feel about how they killed off Sting at Halloween Havoc '98, where they have these bats and these weapons that are like clearly like made out of whatever, and then they're hitting them like mad times at enough that it should be killing people. It's like, I don't know. It just it's over the top, and it kind of takes me out of the mode of suspending my belief to where it's like, all right, you guys are
So
doing a lot here.
let's kind of put this in context. Medeja, 5 weeks after getting jackhammer through the table, she comes out with a lead pipe in her hand, screaming, "Poppy, let's go, Poppy, let's go, Big Papa." I saw that's his favorite, yeah.
Nah,
You in the matches, someone screaming, "Let's go, Papa, let's go, Poppy." You not gonna feel better?
no, of course.
All right. So, she comes out the metal pipe. She tries to give Scott Steiner. He gets spared. Vince Russo comes out in a Jeff Jarrett slapnut shirt with the sleeves cut off like how Stan wears his.
That's why you wanted me to watch this. You wanted me to see Vince Russo come out in Jeff Jarrett's slapnut shirt. That's why you wanted me to
No,
watch the show.
I wanted you to watch it because it's Scotty. This
Yeah,
is
when
this
he
is
joined the
this is
Wolfpack.
Scotty.
Nah, Sting died when he
No.
joined TNA. That's why we didn't talk about him and talk about TNA in our Sting episode. Probably, yeah.
I'm not calling niggas Poppy.
Yeah.
So yeah, Russo comes out with the bat. Medeja gets on the apron at one point, and she cracks him across the shoulders with the lead pipe, and then Russo comes and hit him with the baseball bat directly afterwards, and the nigga still kicks out.
Mm. I'm good. Yeah, I'm saying like you're taking me out of the realm of now. You're not even doing anything that like really benefits even the two of you. Like Scott Steiner, neither Scott Steiner and Bill Goldberg, but more so Bill Goldberg. These aren't the guys that you want to have in there wrestling all these matches. Not Scott Steiner at this stage in his career. Maybe like early young Scott Steiner when he was teaming with his brother. Maybe that one.
13 minutes.
But
This is like longer than all of Goldberg's first year matches
these
put
two
together.
don't need to be wrestling 13 minutes.
Goldberg don't need 13 minutes to wrestle.
You know what I'm saying? Like and they put a lot of weapons and stuff like here, and it just was, it just seemed out of pocket for both of them. You know, it seemed out of pocket.
Yes.
Yeah, TNA Super Chat.
Yes.
Let me see what they have. Oh no, yeah, no. TNA, they never really had me. TNA never really had me. For,
TNA had me in the beginning, poquito, then they lost me.
they could have had me when they brought, when I thought that they when I thought the Wolfpack was gonna really come back and be something, but then I was like, oh no, never mind. I'll go back. But uh, but yeah. This match seemed kind of out of pocket for both of them, especially the ending. In the ending, you got this guy like it was
So it ends with Scotty cracking him in the head with the lead pipe, then put him
just
in a
more
Steiner Rana.
just more fucked ending to this. Like a bad ending, and also bad ending and bad announcing will fuck up a match. I did it. What can you say? And then it was Goldberg going more than 10 minutes. So weird. Goldberg in the ring longer than 5. That's what I'm saying. Like he's not that guy.
He's
The
not. He can't
bang.
do it. He can't do it. It's like he's trying to look strong, but he's blown up.
Or and this is what you do. You put him in there with
Ooh.
somebody. You put him in there if you're gonna do that. Put him in there with somebody
Don't put
that
him in
can
Scotty.
go. But they don't do Scott Steiner because Scott Steiner wasn't that guy at that point in his career.
No. Because Scott Steiner still could if he wanted to. He didn't want to. He didn't care.
Okay, so then that's not the guy you put in there with Bill Goldberg.
And Scott Steiner was semi-shooting in his matches at this time.
Yeah, because you want Goldberg to know I'll kick your ass for real if I want, That's when all respect loses,
But this is when Goldberg was on if this was real life, I would beat Scott Steiner. He can't beat me in a fight.
Yeah, right.
So Steiner's semi-fucking shooting.
Yeah,
he's not
right.
trying to make Goldberg look good.
Like Steiner's not just like a
this
fake.
Nigga said he wouldn't lose to me in a real fight, and I know I could fuck Goldberg up. Guess what I'm gonna do?
That's what I'm saying. Like Scotty's not one of these like fake big mouths that's just talking because whatever. No, like don't forget.
Scotty know ain't no one gonna test him.
This man's a shoot, like straight. He came into business to shoot. Him and his brother. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what I'm saying. Like if Scotty wanted to, he could have. He ain't want to for Goldberg. He was not working with Goldberg.
No. They never got I mean, that's not that's not really the match I would cite to highlight anybody's good points, but with Goldberg, I feel like he was best served with his squash matches, and you got to keep him special. You don't overexpose. They overexposed him at this point in WCW.
He was overexposed before Bischoff left, so now Bischoff was like, "Let's work with what you got."
You gotta they ran out of shit to do with him. They gave him that streak, and they ran out of shit to fucking do with him.
Yeah. Yep. That's why we're calling him a shooter.
Yeah, Scotty was a shoot for real.
So shout out to my shooters.
Very nice to me. Yeah, that was that. Yeah, that is debatable. You could put that up there. You put that up there. Yo, honestly, I'd even say his match with The Rock even ranks up there. Just because.
Okay, we're jumping.
Yeah. You don't want to talk because you don't. You would actually love that shit.
I would not. I don't like Goldberg.
Did you like that? Did you like the goofy shit? And this was like that. Only like a good somebody like that actually can do that shit.
Thank you. We are fun. The match. No. It ends with Goldberg getting up and walking out with the Buffalo Bills pat his back like, yeah, man, you got this. Ooh, I would love that.
Oh no! Shamrock's taking that ass out.
Ooh.
Shamrock's getting him out of here.
Ooh. Wait. Hold on. We gotta pause it because we gotta talk about this. What Shamrock versus what Steiner are we talking? Are we talking
Ken Shamrock? Yes, Ken Shamrock.
Okay, so Ken Shamrock.
Scotty does not have hands. Scotty does not have hands. This man's an ultimate fighter.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
yeah, like he's taking him on the
But I
feet,
would love
taking
to
him on the
see it.
ground.
I would
Scotty's
love
good.
to see it.
Yeah, like Scotty's stronger.
Scotty, take your legs out. He'll take your legs out.
Yeah, but yeah, he'll take your legs out of it if he doesn't get caught with a freaking knee on the way in,
Yeah.
and then not, and then motherfucking Scotty don't know what to do off his back because he's a wrestler. He don't know what to do off his back. Shamrock, he comfortable. He could he catch you in a choke from off the back, catch you in one of them damn triangles and shit. Hell's Gate
That'd
on
be cool.
your ass.
I would love to see that though. I would love to see that though.
I'm saying mixed martial. Mixed martial arts in the cage. That's where I'm going. Yeah. He lost to Gracie, but Gracie's on that. Gracie's in that ilk. Gracie's in that ilk. He's not. He wasn't wrestling like Steiner's wrestling. Gracie's blocking in chokeholds and inventing a lot of these things. He's an innovator of what we're talking about, of the style that Shamrock is began to embody.
StreamYard looks trash on YouTube. I don't know why.
Mm.
I'm watching us while we're recording.
I was what?
So, it's a Halloween Havoc ad. And they're like, oh, Sting will be reborn at Halloween Havoc. See what he turns into.
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
I love Halloween Havoc, but I don't know what the fuck they was building to with that. Cause Halloween Havoc I seen.
Yeah, I just got an idea for a song.
Okay, tell me later. Cage is lowered. Pamela Paulshock says, Booker T in a few moments. Yourself inside of the cage with Big Sexy Kevin Nash. Booker T cuts a long promo. I feel the promo was longer than this match. He just pretty much said to beat me, you gotta kill me. Let's go to the background. Booker T lost the belt to Kevin Nash.
No. I didn't say no punches. I said as far as throwing hands, Scotty's not doing that with Ken Shamrock. Because Ken Shamrock's catching with hands and feet. And Scott Steiner doesn't have that. He doesn't have that skill set. But if it's just grappling, probably Scott Steiner. But I'm thinking about a mixed martial arts fight. Let's see, Taz. Yes, Taz, another one, another innovator of these suplexes. You know, another shooter.
So on my 11th, the day before my 11th birthday, Booker T lost the title to Kevin Nash. Pretty much the screwiest of screwed matches. Jeff Jarrett was the enforcer. No, he was a referee. Scotty was the enforcer. Vince Russo was on commentary. He was losing that match. So now we got Kevin Nash going in as a champion instead of coming in as a challenger. Let's see. So this is where we get this pay-per-view. And it's just back and forth. Booker T facing them. Booker T doing this, coming from the belt. All of the good guys is facing up against all of the bad guys. It's just a lot of shit that didn't really make sense for them to do in the build to it. That's why when you get the package, you just see it very condensed. Pretty much just don't hate the player, hate the game. Nash comes out, his gear says Outsiders.
That's when I checked out.
Honestly, we could do an episode. Ooh, we could do an episode on the Frank Poker Gym. It's not that bad. There's worse shit.
No, that show was lit. That show was lit. That's one of the best shows that's one of the best nitros ever, actually.
Yeah, like you get it. I guess that's probably why it hit so hard. Because it's just like all night. It was just a fun ass episode. Felt good. Gear is big. It's big.
Like the fuck. That's why, yeah. Because absolutely.
More but the follow up behind it was like people hate the thing of Poker Doom and not for reasons why they should hate it. They should hate it because this is Hogan being fucking Hogan, but they hate it because it's the worst thing that ever happened. He poked him and lost the belt.
It was just like the NW, like it was like it killed everything cool about the Wolfpack. It just the NWO was just like it's the same old shit again, and it was just like all right, like enough. It's like if they brought the Authority back at this point. I don't know if you,
If you
yeah,
have the network, you can go back and watch it. I believe if they have it in Italy, I don't know.
yeah,
Thank you for
facts.
joining us in Italy. Ooh.
Yeah, facts. If you want, yeah, that's word. Where you from? Italy? That's lit, bro. That's lit. Shout out to you. But yeah, go on the network and binge on W's. I would tell you binge on WCW, 96 to 98. Those
I
are the
would tell
golden
you
years.
it don't hurt from late '99 to 2001. It don't
But
hurt as
but
bad.
don't watch that without watching like 96 to 98 first, so that you
Watch it
don't think
straight
that.
through.
Yeah, you
So
gotta
you
watch.
see the highs, you see the lows, and you see them trying to claw
Yeah,
back to the top, but
and
it
if
ain't working.
and if you really want to get funky with it, do what I'm doing now and go back and watch that NWA shit. I'm currently in 1988. I
He's
started from
also
97.
watching 2000.
I'm not watching 2000.
You put on Mayhem 2000 all by yourself.
Yeah, but as you said, I didn't watch it.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, yay.
That one's forever. Yo, appreciate you, Nelson. You will appreciate your input and everything. Yeah,
I know you
we
started off
enjoy you.
shaky, but
Yeah,
thank you for
but
thank
no,
you
it's fine. It's kind of like a bump.
thank you for realizing, oh, this is some fun shit. Let me be involved. I
It's
appreciate it.
kind of like a bump. And for now, my always gotta be over there. No doubt, brother.
Th-
You take care. We're here every Tuesday
See
and
you next
yeah, every
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Yeah, we'll let you know about any other things. Take care. Have a good night, brother. But
Thank you for joining us.
yeah.
Um, Nash comes out. They give an update on Paul Arndorff. They said he has a stinger. That's pretty much what it was. Um, this match was, ooh, all right. I might be real vulgar, but you ever prepared yourself for like some bomb ass sex? Then it's not that.
hmm
It's just it's just a mess. This is this match.
hmm This cage match, you said?
This cage match. Like you thinking this shit is about to be something, and it's like
Yeah.
I wasted I wasted I wasted a lot on this, and this is I didn't even nut.
Wait. So out of everything on this show, this was the match that made you feel that way?
I I uh, I guess because I enjoyed like it's not a bad match. It's not a bad match. It's just a
Gary Coleman didn't do it for you?
yeah. Carrie Coleman checked me the fuck out. I love Jeff Jarrett. Did you see how fast I wanted to get through that match? I was checked out with the Bills. That was
This,
Jeff
I
Jarrett versus the
don't, I guess because of the fan I am, this was the most watchable thing on the card to me. Um, and
Thank you.
a
Thank you
lot of
for
it,
joining us in Colombia.
oh,
Ooh.
facts, yeah, facts. I'm not gonna blow smoke up his ass. Like I'm with you with
I
the
mean, I
whole
can
it's
wait
kind
for
of
that.
ramp.
I can't talk
So go ahead and
about it.
basically, but the fuck, damn, that threw me off.
Listen, I it was a
Oh
good cage match, but I don't
yeah.
think it should have been the main event.
No, definitely should have been the main event because it's the world title, and there you got the two
Mm-hmm.
most legitimate guys in your company at that point, Booker T and Kevin Nash.
Nash bled heavy.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm not gonna blow smoke up this match's ass because I agree with you. It did come off like kind of eh. To me, it was the best thing on the card because it was the only thing that kind of resembled what I would like in a wrestling match. But yeah.
What's
But
that hate for, Shantae?
Nash like even I don't know. He's not that guy to be doing these kind of matches like that. And I feel Booker T did his best, but like Kevin Nash, these kind of matches expose Kevin Nash because again, he's not the one that's supposed to be and they're going 10, 12 minutes. You know what I'm saying? He's not that guy either.
Hey, maybe you should have gave the cage to Goldberg and Scotty.
Maybe you should have gave the case to Scotty and Booker. You know what I'm saying?
Do you want to see
That's
Scotty?
better like Flair and this is what I didn't like about this though. This is what I didn't like about this though because you can see where he tried to blade himself and he cut himself. You could see it when he went into the when he went into the ring post, and then he like took forever to come back up with it. You saw both of his hands go up, and it was just like, yo, y'all are doing too much. It felt like y'all were doing too much. It felt like y'all was doing too much.
Far too much.
And then I'm never a fan of Booker T using the rock bottom as a finisher.
The
And
bookend.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I'm
you know
never a
what's
fan of
funny?
that.
You know, it's funny when I was
And
watching it earlier, right? And I was trying to find somewhere to put my birthday gift that Stanley got me, my Nitro book.
hey,
I love this book.
hey,
I love it
see,
already. I
this,
didn't know. Yeah.
see,
I opened my book in.
look how good Goldberg looks taking the jackknife.
Look how good this book looks. Guys, this is a birthday gift. And then in my head, he was like, oh, yeah, because your gift. And I was like, what is he going to give me? You never know, fucking Stan. And I was so pleasantly surprised, y'all. I hugged the book and I was screaming. And he wrapped it in Christmas paper.
I sure did.
Merry Birthmas to me.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, also, because I have this book, please expect many more Nitro WCW episodes to come. This should be the clip of the show to let everybody know what's coming. Because once I get into this, I'm going to want to tell y'all about it. All right. So, yeah, this match was just like, I wish it was more. It could have been better. Or maybe it couldn't have. Maybe that's why it felt like this.
Kevin Nash, look, Booker did Booker, and Nash, Nash, like I said, Nash ain't that guy to be in there like that.
But you know what's funny? The build, Nash is telling everybody, hey, I'm not the fighting champion.
He's not, especially at this point. He wasn't. I tell you, Nash in 2000. He was probably like in the worst. That's probably the worst Kevin Nash.
Especially after Hole was gone.
Yeah, this is probably like he looked like shit. He worked like shit. And I love Kevin Nash, but this is not.
He didn't have straight man anymore.
Yeah, he didn't have he didn't have the shit. He didn't have the shit no more.
He's like, well, fuck it. Scotty's not here. I do what I fuck I want with my wine.
Thank God for Booker T. But, yeah. To me, this was the best match. This was the most watchable thing on the card to me.
Dan,
you
didn't share the live feed.
What do you mean?
We'll talk about it later.
Oh.
But yeah, yeah, that was 4 Bro 2. Hold on, that was 4 Bro 2000, guys.
Right.
How'd you think of the pay-per-view overall minus Gary Coleman?
I hated it.
Hated
it? Honestly.
You hated this pay-per-view?
Yeah, I didn't enjoy it.
You didn't enjoy it?
I struggled through this. I'm not gonna lie. I struggled through this.
I really didn't struggle through it. I was so happy.
That's what's up.
Oh man.
Yeah,
it just came from struggle.
This wasn't my cup. It wasn't my cup,
Listen, I want to do so many more 20th anniversary shows. We got about, what, 3 more?
Of all the good 20th anniversary shows to do, let me stop.
Listen, you ain't throwing nothing out there.
Jesus.
I'm just throwing ones out
there. That's the thing. Because for me, I don't particularly care about if it's the 20th anniversary. We got a cool idea to do it, But I hear you.
Well, we got one coming up. We got Breakdown 98, not next week.
Oh, see? There you go.
After.
There you go. Yeah, see? Yeah. Talk about good wrestling next time.
And you didn't even pick this one. I said we should do it, guys.
Yeah, let's talk about good wrestling. Yeah, now you got me excited.
We're gonna talk, because guess what? It's the 20th. No, sorry, wait. It's the 22nd anniversary of Breakdown 98.
Oh, no.
Sorry, it's not 20th. It's 22.
What are you gonna wait 3 years for the 25th?
No, we're gonna do it on fucking 2 weeks from now. But we don't know what we're doing next week. But I think we might talk about new wrestling. I don't want to.
Yeah, we might. Yeah, we might break kayfabe and talk about what's going on currently in this climate of thunder.
Listen, wait. Let me
You
see
know,
if I can
I
stand
was
up for
gonna
the
say,
Thunderdome right
I'm really
now.
proud. I'm really proud. I'm really proud of all of the participants and the reactions they've been getting in the Thunderdome. I give them that credit. But anyway, uh, we'll get at you guys during the week. Follow us, subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on
Someone send me the
Instagram.
SmackDown Thunderdome link so I can stand up for it.
Yeah, all that stuff. Follow us. I'm
So the
Stan Michael. I'm
champions.
Sexy McCoy. She's Hearts, NC Hearts, and we love you guys.
This is Full Bro 2000. Thank you for
Peace.
joining us.
Oh wait, hold up. Wait, I'm gonna forget to do this again. We forgot to mention they still didn't arrested killers of Breonna Taylor.